gas at airport or I do something wrong, they're gonna know. Because if it gets to that point where they have to listen to that voice recorder, and, well, why'd you turn? I just missed my turn. Yeah, why are you snoring in here? You know, see what I'm saying?
All right, any other questions? We don't want to take your whole day up.
No, I'm good. No, whatever. I mean, I'm good. Unless it's time to go. I don't know.
Oh, we're good.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
I'll go for a minute.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Again, more to like the real estate, but when you buy a house, like, do you focus more on ROI, equity, or the cash flow?
You kind of look at all of them. You kind of look at, you know, rental brings cash flow. If you have enough money to put down, you can get rid of the ROI, and then you also look at equity because, you know, if I'm renting that house out, you're paying down that mortgage. Well, every year it seems like everything goes up, so you're going to build equity in that house as well. So if you sold it, then you get that equity back. But also provides you with cash flow because if your house is paid for, or your bills are $500 and I charge $800, or they're $700, you still got a little bit of cash flow right there. So it's kind of a variety of all the above. Now what's bad about it is when you cash flow, you got your big stash in your shoebox up under your bed, and hot water heater breaks, or somebody moves out and they tear it up, then there goes your cash. So.
Jesus, one thing I'll mention is we have one rent house, and it was our first rent house that we have ever had. And one thing I wasn't thinking, I was like, oh, I can, you know, buy it for this. My monthly payments are this, and I'm going to rent it for more. Great. But you've got to remember, I wasn't really thinking about you've got to pay insurance on that home and taxes. So make sure whatever you're going to be able to rent it for covers those two.
Yes. And that's what I really use out my rent houses, where I've got a couple, and I have a farm, and it pretty much pays my taxes. Instead of me having to save for the month, it pays my taxes. But it also is building equity. If I decide to sell, then the money that I put in and made, that's when I get back. If you're looking at rent houses, especially in your line of work, you can work on it.
Yeah, that's right.
See me, you know, air conditioning break, or if I have to put a new plug in, I don't do electricity. You know, anything that shocks you like that, and can't even see, I don't deal with that. So, but you, for example, that's a great industry for you to look into, because you can work on it. Anybody else? They don't know how to fly a helicopter.
Wait, you fly a plane.
Fly an airplane.
So that's a totally different.
Totally different.
Okay.
Totally different. A helicopter, if I decided that I wanted to fly a helicopter right now, it would be, I'm not going to say like starting over, but it would be to a point of starting over. Because my ratings do not go along with helicopters. I could go learn, and then I might could tack that one on to my particular license, but I'm not going to be able to go out and fly a helicopter.
So it might be like if you're an automotive mechanic, and then you couldn't just go work on diesels the next week, maybe.
Correct.
Okay.
You would have to start over and
learn
all
that. Okay.
Now I would understand what's going on,
Yeah.
and it would make it quicker, but I can't just go automatically and switch. In aviation, we have a lot of, at Envoy, we have what's called a RTP program, Rotor Transition Pilot, that's coming through, and they're former military that are helicopter pilots, but they've had to go through a lot of steps to get their airplane license, and then they're hired on at Envoy.
The celebrities pay more to fly, or is it the same as everybody else?
Who?
Celebrities.
At my particular company, when I was out in California, the charter company paid the charter company, and then they paid me a salary. So, I mean, I know that some of those bills, we would add up to be $30,000, $40,000, and I didn't get that. So, somebody got it, but you have to think about it. You have to think about, you know, the airplane cost to operate, you know, gas cost, pilot cost, maintenance cost, and things like that. You know, they got the money to spend, and then they charge it. I mean, I've seen $30 CD. They went and had to go get a CD one time. It was $30. Well, we paid 10 for it, but they charged them 30. So there's a lot of overcost in that. But that's with everything. So some celebrities have their own airplanes and their own flight crews. The particular place that I worked for was a charter company, and they just had pilots and airplanes. Oh, somebody else have it. Do you have yours? No. Anybody else? Well, I want to tell you, I appreciate you letting me spend a little time with you today. I hope you gathered something out of it. I just want to say, you know, I challenge each of you to really set goals. Set those goals, and you will accomplish your goal. It may take you a little longer than expected. It may be easy to some of you, but if you set those goals, you will achieve them. And you never accept no. You never accept I can't. Always say I can and I will. And you will accomplish your goals. You're at a very great time in your life. At times, you know, I'm sure Miss Johns can agree, if I could go back to high school, or if I could go back to this, I would do certain things different. Folks, you are young. The world is at your fingertips, and you're the only ones that can make that path what it will be. So thank you for having me today, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.